The night holds its shape, not moving forward, not pulling back, simply remaining. The space continues without asking for attention. Nothing presses into it. Nothing leaves it behind. Light stays where it was left. It does not search, does not retreat. Shadows remain in the places they formed. They do not stretch. They do not dissolve. The air feels consistent, not still in a noticeable way, just unchanged. The boundary between spaces remains intact. Inside stays inside. Outside stays outside. Nothing crosses between them. Nothing tests the edge. Distance exists without being measured. Near and far lose their distinction. Time moves without marking itself. Moments do not stack. They pass and leave no outline. They do not remain. They do not return. A surface nearby reflects a small amount of light, not enough to shine, enough to exist. The reflection does not move. It does not flicker. It remains as it is. Objects remain where they were placed. They do not adjust. They do not respond. They do not shift under attention. Sound thins without disappearing. What remains does not linger. It passes through and continues on. Nothing follows it. The space does not react. It does not change pace. It does not alter its posture. Light does not flicker. It does not brighten. It does not dim. It remains consistent. The night deepens without becoming darker. The quality of the darkness changes slightly. Then it holds. Nothing follows that change. Time becomes less precise. Minutes pass without distinction. Earlier moments lose definition. Later moments do not arrive. They do not announce themselves. They do not approach. There is only this stretch, unmarked, undivided. The air remains in place. If it moves, it does so quietly, without announcing itself. No current forms. No direction settles. The space feels complete without activity. Nothing suggests that something should happen next. Nothing signals a transition. The boundary holds. The distance remains. The light stays on. The shadow stays put. They do not negotiate. They do not shift. The night continues without instruction. Nothing resolves. Nothing begins. The moment remains as it is. It does not close. It does not open. It does not prepare for what follows. The space does not anticipate. It does not wait. It simply remains present. Light remains where it was left. It does not reconsider. Shadow remains where it formed. It does not move away. Time continues without emphasis. Moments pass without importance. They pass because that is what they do. Nothing is gathered. Nothing is held. The space does not collect what moves through it. It allows passage. Then stillness again. The night holds without effort. It does not require maintenance. It does not require attention. It does not respond to observation. It remains unchanged. The air holds. The distance holds. The boundary holds. Nothing presses. Nothing pulls. The night continues as it has been. The shape does not change. The pace does not change. The quality does not change. Light remains steady. Shadow remains settled. The space remains open without inviting. Time continues without urgency. Moments move through without leaving marks. Nothing accumulates. Nothing is stored. The space does not remember. It does not forget. It remains available without expectation. The night does not thin. It does not thicken. It simply remains. The air continues to occupy itself. The distance continues to exist. The boundary continues to hold. Nothing concludes. Nothing begins again. The moment remains as it is and continues to remain.